Veterans in Transition was on hand for the celebration reception for former Congressman and Purple Heart recipient Charles Rangel as he reflected on his career.
If there's one thing that I knew something about, it was hard times on Lenox Avenue. You can play all this patriot and hero thing, but when I joined the Army, I didn't even know where the hell Korea was. And when Harry Truman said that on June the 25th, the 2nd Infantry Division was going to go over there because the United Nations had mandated under his leadership to clean up some police action, I couldn't wait to go because I thought it was a civil service job. I could come back, and what the hell? For 13 days, we were on that boat from Fort Lewis, Washington to Busan. And I learned that this was the real thing. Needless to say, we thought it was victorious until the Chinese came in. And you only have to be in combat for one day longer than someone comes there, just like the Congress, really. If a guy's been here 1 year and you haven't been here 1 day, he's a veteran. And I would tell this group of kids that were coming, figuring we had won the war, you better dig in, keep your weapons clean, and be alert, and when you're on guard duty, be a good guard, because the Chinese got to come, and you got to be ready for them. I had no clue that the damn Chinese were thinking about coming there. So when I heard that the Chinese were coming, I thought maybe this was one of the damn rumors I had started. And when they told us that we had been completely surrounded by tens of thousands of Chinese, I could not comprehend how in the hell that could happen. We were victorious from the time we landed, going up past the 38th parallel, going right up to the borders of China. And in that nightmare with horses and bugles and mortars and screaming and yelling and a blast that I don't know where it came from, I figured it was all over. But having been an altar boy, I prayed in English and Latin and tongues. And all the time I'm having this deep spiritual, emotional feeling, I felt, and nobody listened to me anyway, what the hell? And when it was all over, and I figured that I was still in one piece, it was then that I realized that I could never, never, never experience anything that I could complain about. And I was tested. You know, I had a brother 7 years older. He was my father, my friend, he was everything. When God took him away at 52 years old, I was just about to curse the darkness. When I remembered all of the promises and all the blessings I had, I lost a mother, I lost a father. But each time, and I'm saying this almost like, not as a spiritual leader, but as a guy that's 86 years old, each time something came close to wiping the smile off my face, I realized that it can't be as worse as what I went through on November 30th, 1950. I was surprised that this turned out to be that very same day, November 30th, 1950. But the additional blessing that you get, and counting your blessings, is that the problem doesn't go away, but it diminishes compared to remembering what it could be. So what you've done for me this evening is a very moving thing, because I don't know what challenges are out there, but I can never forget the friendships that have been built over the years. Thank you with all my heart. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, staff.